Decoding the term sheet, your startup's roadmap. A term sheet? It sounds complicated, doesn't it? Don't worry, it's not as terrifying as it sounds. Imagine you're building a house. You wouldn't start without a blueprint, right? A term sheet is like that blueprint for your startup's financial future. It lays out the terms of the deal when an investor puts money into your company. It's a roadmap for your journey together. Think of it as a pre-nuptial agreement before the big wedding of you and your investor. This document outlines everything from how much money they're putting in to how much control they'll have in the company. It's the foundation of your relationship. Now you might be thinking, why bother with all this legal jargon when we can just shake hands and get started? Well, that's where things can get tricky. Without a clear understanding from the start, disagreements can arise down the line, leading to potential conflicts and even the downfall of your startup dream. That's why understanding a term sheet is crucial. It's about protecting both you and your investor, ensuring everyone is on the same page before taking the plunge. Remember, a well-negotiated term sheet is a win-win situation, setting the stage for a fruitful and prosperous partnership. Key ingredients. Understanding the language of investment. Now, let's break down some key terms you'll encounter in a term sheet, like we're dissecting a critical piece of evidence on our show. Valuation. This is like putting a price tag on your startup. It determines how much your company is worth before the investment. Investment amount. This is the amount of money the investor is putting on the table. Equity stake. This is the percentage of ownership the investor receives in exchange for their investment. Type of shares. There are different types of shares, each with different rights and privileges. Common and preferred shares are the most common types. Board composition. The board of directors makes key decisions for the company. The term sheet will outline how many seats each party gets on the board. Liquidation preference. This determines who gets paid first if the company is sold or shuts down. Anti-dilution protection. This protects the investor if the company issues more shares later at a lower price. Voting rights. This defines the voting power of each shareholder, influencing company decisions. Vesting of founder shares. This means you don't get all your shares at once. They vest over time, encouraging you to stay with the company. Exit provisions. This outlines how investors can cash out their investment, such as through an IPO or acquisition. Understanding these terms is crucial for you as a founder. It's about knowing what you're signing up for and ensuring the terms are fair and beneficial for everyone involved. Term sheet versus final agreement, a crucial distinction. Here's a key point to remember. A term sheet is not a legally binding contract. Think of it like an engagement before the actual wedding. It outlines the intentions, but doesn't seal the deal. The final agreement comes later, with detailed legal documents that are legally binding. Now, you might wonder, if it's not a contract, why bother? Well, it sets the stage for negotiations and ensures both sides are on the same page before drafting those lengthy legal documents. It's a crucial step to avoid surprises and potential conflicts down the road. It's like laying the foundation before constructing a skyscraper. You need to ensure the base is strong and the blueprints are clear to avoid costly mistakes later. A well-defined term sheet does precisely that, providing clarity and direction for both the startup and the investor. However, don't mistake its non-binding nature for insignificance. While it allows for flexibility and adjustments, it's a strong indication of intent. It's a gentleman's agreement that forms the basis of your relationship with the investor.